What's up, Packers fans? Aaron Nagler here with some extra cheese for you on this still rainy Sunday afternoon. The Packers had practice inside the Don Hutson Center, and whoo, baby, was it a sleepy affair to go along with this sleepy weather. Just walk through speed, nothing competitive. Lots of special teams work, which can be a bit boring as an observer, but it's good to see they're continuing to work on special teams. And as Andy Herman pointed out on Twitter, this staff, Bisaccia and company, is a lot more detail oriented than we've seen in Green Bay in the past. Lot going on, lots being worked on when they go to teams units in a way we have not seen before in Green Bay. So that is definitely a step in the right direction, one would say. Speaking of stepping in the right direction, let's step towards our friends over at Ticket King. You know, you love some Ticket King. You want to get tickets to the Green Bay Packers games, either home or away. Make sure you check out Ticket King. They've been in Wisconsin since 1992. They have excellent staff, all the amenities you could ever need. They're over there on Oneida Street. They have a drive-through window. But of course, if you want to find something online, you can use the Cheesehead TV app. Go to the schedule. You'll find individualized links to each game within the schedule, taking you right to Ticket King. You know you want to do that. And ladies and gentlemen, of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't remind you of the launch, the very recent brand new launch of the Carry the G Club. That's right. The G Club kicked off this 2022 season with a brand new way for Packers fans worldwide to hang out with us here at Cheesehead TV. Carry the G Club members get custom loyalty badges showing how long they've been a club member attached to their name and all of the live streams and YouTube comments, special Cheesehead TV emojis featuring Corey and myself, and then access to our weekly virtual happy hour. You can come hang out, talk Packers with us each week, usually on Tuesdays during the season. Every week we do it, but we do it throughout the season. We do it throughout the off season. It's a lot of fun. Hang on Zoom for about an hour and just talk Packers each and every week. It's a good time. You should definitely check it out. And I want to thank everybody who's already jumped on board the Carry the G Club. It is greatly appreciated. Everything you do to support the brand, support the channel. Can't thank you enough. Went a little early, so not a ton of people already up in here, but do want to give a shout out to all the regulars who always jump on board real quick, like Brandy, too old for this. Blake, of course, Blake's here. Randy, look at all these fine folks. Adam, I got to say, Adam, you had the best comment to lead us off. Right off the top. It's Zach Tom Bombadil season. That's right. Zach Tom Bombadil. Got to love it. Zach Tom Bombadil was running at right tackle today with the ones. Again, it was not a taxing practice, certainly nothing competitive, but interesting to see who they work in with the first unit. And speaking of the first unit, Jake Hansen got some work at center with the ones. Aaron Rodgers under center with Hansen at times. Not an extensive kind of run, but I'd say about 5 or 6 plays. Always got to get that backup center in there to get the quarterback used to him should the emergency need arise. But overall, not a ton to report from practice. Probably the most significant development was Christian Watson and Mason Crosby working with the rehab group for the first time. That's the first time we've seen that since the start of camp. Hopefully that's a sign that they are getting closer to arriving on the football field, as it were. Other than that, the only real note was Vernon Scott taking Savage's place, because Savage is obviously still being sat down due to that hamstring issue that he felt on family night. Coach said that it's not a long-term thing, just being high side of caution, not have him running around, taking it easy. And that's it. Those are like the real big notes from practice. Is it still raining, Kathleen? Yes, it is. Drizzle. It's a steady drizzle. I wouldn't say it's a full-on rain, but yes, definitely a drizzle. Is Darnell Savage okay? He's okay. Yes, he's dealing with a hamstring issue, but it is nothing significant. And coach said it's not a long-term thing, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. Nags, love getting a lot of praise. Must be a real thing. I asked Matt about it this morning, just because it's noticeable. You can definitely tell he's a little bit more comfortable in the offense, doing a much better job, as Matt indicated, at the top of his drop and just letting it rip. It's something he talked about quite a bit last year there. He would just still be caught thinking a little bit too much, not playing in rhythm. And this year that is very apparent. Now, there's still tough moments. Love had a real tough time in the 2-minute drill the other day. Two chances 2-minute drill couldn't really get anything going. There's still lots and lots of work to be done, but in the you know main offense, yeah, the guy's come a long way from where he was that first season, no doubt about it. Hi, Aaron. How much of a scrum is it, and how early would one advise these days to arrive in the morning for practices? Oh, Matt, like tomorrow, I would, if they're doing their 10:30 practice, I would advise getting there at 7, maybe even earlier. That's if you want to get like the primo seats. That's about when you should start arriving. Savage needed a guardian on his leg. Jill. Bigger Love fan, you or Corey? Oh, Travis, it's definitely me. It's definitely me. Not even close. I don't even know if Corey, do you even know who Jordan Love is? Yeah. No, it's definitely me. Nags, coach indicated that guys were not in top shape. That is all on the player, right? Yeah, I would think for the most part, yes. I mean, it is interesting to me that Matt did say that after the family night, and then today let them chill out with a walkthrough. Would think you want to get them running, but that's just me. But yes, as Matt indicated, that's very much a player responsibility, especially when you have the whole offseason to stay in shape and get yourself in football shape. Um, Now, I do think they did a lot of special teams work, running and covering stuff, and maybe that contributed to some of the guys having to have a little bit more huffing and puffing. But that they're definitely responsible for their conditioning, no question about it. John, thanks for the super chat. Nagler, ayahuasca. That's really appreciated, John. I'll totally never remember it, but I appreciate it. And you know what? I just don't care enough to learn it. That's the thing. I don't care. I don't care what drugs the quarterback is doing. I just care what he does on the football field. How would you compare Love's arm strength to Favre and Rodgers in their primes? Ooh, Blake, not similar in any way, shape, or form. I think he can make all the throws, but he doesn't have the cannon that Favre does or did, or the rocket that Rodgers does. It's just I don't think there's a real comparison there. I mean, again, he can make the throws, but as far as strength, like the pure arm strength, I don't think it's very close. Thoughts on Tunyon's comments about why the Packers haven't gotten over the hump? He said it was mostly due to burning out end of the year / forgetting who they are. I did see that, AV Geekly. I saw that comment. I think there's obviously merit to it. He's a member of the Packers, and he knows way more than anybody on the outside. It's kind of interesting. I think some of that is part and parcel with the idea of you go through a whole season, you win 13, 14 games, you get that kind of first seed, but then you have the juggling of, okay, who do we play in this meaningless game? And then you have a week off, and then you have to rev it all back up for that playoff game, which is do or die. And I know lots of people have said over the years, like maybe they'd be better served getting a wild card spot or not getting the first overall seed, so they have to continue to play. I think there's definitely something to that, and I think it plays into what Robert Tunyon's talking about there, because it does seem like there's a stretch every year where they're humming along and playing very well, but then at the end of the year, because they've won so many games, they turn into management mode, right? Because they don't want to get anybody hurt and etc. So yeah, I mean, again, he's obviously way more qualified to talk about it than anybody you're going to find outside the building. Of that, there's no doubt. Luke, thanks for the super chat, bud. Aaron, this might not too long of an answer, but what's your dream offense from all the Packers over the years? Oh, you mean like personnel wise? Oh, baby, that would probably be too long. All I know is that I'm going to put Ken Ruckers at left tackle, and I'm going to put Aaron Rodgers at quarterback, and I'm going to have Sterling Sharp and Don Hutson at wide receiver, and then I'm going to put Eddie Lacy at running back. No, I'm kidding. I'm putting Amon Green at running back, and then Paul Kaufman at tight end. Does that work? How's that work? I hope Jordan balls out in the preseason. You and me both. You got to have arm strength to play quarterback in Green Bay. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, he's got don't get it twisted. He's still got an NFL arm. You don't get drafted in the first round without having an NFL arm. That just does not happen. He's got that. He can make every throw in the NFL. He can make every throw in the winter, in the wind, etc. I'm not worried about any of that. But I'm talking like launching it 67, 70 yards in the air. like Favre could have. Aaron still does on occasion, or driving it on that 15-yard out to the far hash. That's the real big boy throw in the NFL. That's a throw he can make, but he's not going to make it anywhere near with the velocity that Favre or Rodgers did. No doubt. Timbo, what's up, man? Thanks for the super chat. Will we see any ones Friday night with a long flight? I don't think you'd see any ones flight or no flight. I'd be shocked if we see much of the ones at all. I mean, I know neither of the lead running backs are going to play. Big Dog's not going to play. I'd be shocked if Rodgers plays. Doubt we'll see many of the starting offensive linemen. I think it'll be very much a number 2 or 3 affair. Walk through practices, get Yosh and Iman ready for the playoffs. Hey, let's let them play in the playoffs this time, shall we? I'd be down for that. Do you see the Packers putting Butler's name on the facade inside Lambeau? Oh, 100%. He's a Hall of Famer. No question. 1 billion% yes. That will happen. Big B, what's up, buddy? You met Danny Davis again. There you go. Danny Davis is having a good camp, too. He absolutely is. Too old for this. I took a nap and woke up to a little Africa festival outside my house. Time for some great music and better food. I am jealous. That sounds incredible. Falk 34, what's up, man? Anyone else remember losing to the Josh Johnson Bucks and McCarthy saying he practiced them too hard that week? I do remember that. Man, that was a rough time. No doubt about it. But don't ever forget that led to the players only meeting. That helped turn that season around. Can Shamar John Charles challenge Rasul for slot corner? Oh, Jared, I'd be absolutely shocked. I mean, they paid Rasul. They're going to get him on the field. They're going to play a lot of nickel, and that's going to include Douglas. I think Shamar is having a good camp, but I think he's strictly a reserve, there in case of injury. But I don't think he's going to overtake anybody. Won't Rodgers get in trouble for using a banned substance, or did it have to be during the season? It has to be while you're being tested, Jill. He's not being tested in the offseason. He's allowed to do whatever the fuck he wants, as are we all. But yeah, no, he won't get in trouble for that. Tomorrow's your birthday, Randy. Happy birthday. Thanks for checking out the stream, bud. Buddha, go Pack, go. Thanks for checking it out on Twitch. Always appreciate you, man. I'm a little disappointed Leroy shouted out DJ Khaled in his speech, but it's all good because Butler is the best. Man, it's his time. He can shout out whoever he wants. I thought it was fucking hilarious when he gave the song a little pub and no one responded. And he was like, y'all need to get the internet out here. That was funny. Oh, Brandy, next, did the old method of training / 2-a-days lead to more injuries? I mean, I don't know about more. Maybe more severe as well. I don't know what the numbers are off the top of my head, but I do know I remember talking to Larry McCarron about this last year, and he said the way they do it now is so much smarter. Especially when you're looking at the start of a long season. Pounding guys into each other for 2+ hours straight, twice a day at times, really is a little less productive than we probably hoped it would be back in the day. And look, I don't have to tell you how injured McCarthy's teams often were. And it seems under Matt, with this new type of training, this new type of training camp, things have gotten better in that regard. Now, you're still dealing with injuries because that's football. There's always going to be injuries. But sure seems like the new emphasis, the new way of working seems to mitigate a lot of that stuff. Spencer, thanks for the super chat. What non-sports YouTube do you commonly check out? Oh, that's a really interesting question. I don't know that I have a non-sports one. Probably, I don't know. I use it to like get old remixes and stuff like that. That's about the only other thing I use YouTube for, other than like Packers and NFL stuff. But like, there's lots of stuff that I used to play or have on vinyl when I DJ'd that isn't available for streaming that you can find on YouTube, like old remixes of New Order or Depeche Mode or The Beloved, where you can't get that anywhere online, but you can find it on YouTube. So I rip them from the YouTube so I can use them when I DJ. It's a really interesting question. I'm excited for Watson to get on the field. I know it takes time, but I think that young man is going to be a good wide receiver. Kevin, I mean, he's got all the upside in the world. Just have to see it on the field, no doubt. John, thanks for the super chat. What up, Nags? Been out of pocket, but on a scale of 1 to this dude is so freaking legit, how excited should I be about Dobbs? I can't give you an exact number, but I will tell you, you should be leaning towards the this dude is so freaking legit end of the scale. That's all I'll say. Oh boy, what am I supposed to be doing here? Is there someone in my shot? I don't know. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, there they are. People be outside saying hi. What's up, gentlemen? Thanks for checking out the stream. What else we got? Hi, Nags. I'm going to training camp for the first time tomorrow. Any tips? Get there early. And it looks like they should be able to stay outside. I know it's supposed to rain overnight again, and then right around 10:30, 11, the rain is supposed to let up. So my hope is that Matt will still take them outside, but we will see. I would definitely be checking the Packers.com and Packers Twitter feed tomorrow just to be sure. I don't have an issue with what Aaron Rodgers does on his free time, but do you think the league is going to have an issue with it? No, Kevin. I don't. When am I coming back to New York? Thursday. Flying back Thursday morning. Can't hurt the precious grass. You know, the grass is going to be okay. Will Tom Clements be the X factor in Love's development? Well, it can't hurt, right? That's the thing. Like Aaron was talking about last week at his locker, just the attention to the detail when it comes to the fundamentals, especially the footwork. You heard Matt mention the footwork today. No doubt it's having an effect. Now, some of that is the natural development of a young player, but some of it is undoubtedly the coaching, you know, and I do think having Tom in the building and having him tutor Love can only be a good thing. No doubt about it. Joseph, thanks for the super chat. Does Lazard get open frequently on tape? Depends on the game. Depends on the matchup. Depends on what he's being asked to do. I would say he's never going to be mistaken for Greg Jennings in his prime or Devontae Adams. Of course not. But more often than not, yeah, I think he does a really good job with his route running. He sets guys up really well. And I think he has a really good knack for knowing where to be when they show zone, knowing when to sit it down, not overrun stuff. I think, you know, he's pretty damn good in that regard. Quay Walker is that guy. You are not lying. What does LaFleur do if Rodgers takes a dip this season and Love kills when he can? Well, when Love can is the preseason. So no matter how bad it gets, if Aaron Rodgers were to suddenly fall off, they're not making the switch. Outside of injury, they'll roll with Rodgers. That's not going to happen. Spencer, thanks for the super chat. It's like anything has gotten to Goody often. Yeah, he's used it. I know Matt's used it a handful of times too. He gets us all after a while. It's like anything. All right, buddy, I'm going to have to get going. I can't thank you enough for hanging out, talking Packers each and every day, Monday through Friday, right here on the Cheesehead TV social channels. Please do me a monster favor. Hit like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and then tell your friends and tell your family. Cheesehead TV, we are devoted to Green Bay Packers fans worldwide. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great day. Go Pack, go.